I'm Ethan from Crystal Castles.
And I'm Alice.
Crystal Castles burst onto the scene in the early 2000s, a time drowning in manufactured pop acts. Their music was a wild mix of electronic beats and distorted samples, a refreshing rebellion against the polished perfection dominating MTV. Their look was just as raw. Lead singer Alice Glass rejected the pop princess stereotype, rocking ripped tights and tank tops instead, and sometimes even barefoot. It wasn't about fashion, it was about authenticity and empowerment. "I never wanted to be a pop star," she said. "I wanted to be someone kids could look up to and say, if she can do it, I can do it." Crystal Castles' music and look were like a bold statement against what's popular, encouraging everyone to be themselves. Alice Glass's style, though minimalistic, was infused with punk's rebellious flair. Her outfits, often adorned with safety pins, ripped fabrics, and band merch, were a nod to punk's do-it-yourself spirit. This style made her different from celebrities in fancy clothes and reflected how many people like to wear unique thrift shop finds. Ethan Kath, the creative force behind their music, added to the band's enigmatic image. Preferring to stay in the shadows or behind masks, he created an air of mystery that complemented Glass's upfront energy and the duo's darker musical themes. Despite their generally raw aesthetic, Glass occasionally mixed in playful elements, like vivid hair extensions or eclectic socks, hinting at a more experimental fashion sense that would become more prominent in their style evolution. This visual rebellion, perfectly matched to their music, laid the groundwork for their unintentional future role as a global fashion force. In 2008, Crystal Castles broke into the scene with their self-titled album, Crystal Castles, influencing both the music and fashion worlds. Songs like Alice Practice and Untrust Us resonated with those tired of the polished facade of mainstream pop, thanks to their edgy tunes and distinct visual style, led by Alice Glass. The DIY spirit remained, but Glass added a playful twist. Her hair turned neon pink or blue, a bold statement against pop's uniformity. The mix of playful, animated designs on her shirts against the backdrop of edgy, torn clothing mirrored the band's musical fusion of catchy pop melodies with harsh electronic beats and Glass's raw vocal style as showcased in their groundbreaking album. Crystal Castles fans loved their contradictory look. It wasn't about one style but celebrating who you are. Like Alice Glass, they raided thrift stores, customized clothes, and rocked ripped fishnets with neon hair. This DIY rebellion even sparked a new fashion trend: glitter goth. Picture a mix of punk rock and bright, flashy party flyers with dark outfits with shiny and colorful details. Crystal Castles changed not just music, but also the way fans chose to dress. Crystal Castles' music videos became the visual anthem of the glitter goth trend. Directed by Rob Hawkins, these videos embraced a raw, lo-fi style with grainy footage, strobe effects, and quick cuts, perfectly capturing the band's dynamic sound. They featured fans in torn attire, sporting neon hair and glitter, linking Crystal Castles' music directly to the fashion movement. The band's style influence extended worldwide, inspiring both streetwear and high fashion. Labels like Opening Ceremony adopted the DIY glitter goth aesthetic, creating pieces like distressed denim jackets with safety pins and t-shirts with neon highlights. High fashion designers, including Gareth Pugh and Riccardo Tisci, infused their collections with this ethos, presenting dark, reimagined looks with neon and glitter accents. showcasing Crystal Castle's far-reaching impact on fashion. Following the release of Crystal Castle's The Kai in 2008, Crystal Castles didn't just maintain their impact, they expanded it. Their music, with standout tracks like Celestial Warfare and VCR, balanced wider appeal and the gritty sound their fans cherished. This evolution in their art was paralleled in their fashion as Alice Glass and Ethan Kath ventured further into distinctive style territory. Alice Glass, ever the fashion pioneer for the band, took her look to new heights. The neon hues once highlighted in her attire became even more pronounced. Fuchsia turned electric, and blue transformed into an arresting turquoise. Against the backdrop of distressed denim jackets, which served as her personal canvas, Glass's choice of vibrant, eclectic patches, from band logos to animated characters and mysterious symbols, spoke volumes of her commitment to individual expression and her knack for bespoke fashion. Glass wasn't the only one leveling up their look. Thicker than your average Doc Martens, towering platform boots became her stage stomping choice. They added a punk edge to her neon explosions. "I like to look strong on stage," she told Dazed magazine in 2009, and these boots definitely help. Fans took notice, making platforms a key part of the glitter goth look. Ethan Kath also tweaked his style. Darker colors remained his base, but a cyberpunk vibe emerged. Black leather jackets, paired with neon-trimmed shirts or futuristic graphic tees, became his staple. This darker look mirrored the moodier sounds of Crystal Castles. A subtle hint at the band's evolving sound. Their influence spread far beyond the band. The witch house scene, inspired by Crystal Castle's dark music, adopted a similar look. Black clothes, ripped denim, and neon splashes that matched their haunting melodies. Crystal Castles became more than music. They were a cultural force. Their sound and style weaved together, creating a unique world for a generation seeking self-expression. They pushed boundaries, championed individuality, and challenged fashion norms. This era marked the peak of their sartorial journey, leaving a lasting impact on both music and fashion. The release of their album Twee in 2010 signaled a new chapter for Crystal Castles, pushing further into their exploration of deep, distorted electronic landscapes. However, the band's trajectory took a dramatic turn in 2014 with the departure of Alice Glass. Glass left the band citing both personal and professional reasons, later revealing allegations of abuse against Ethan Kath. These serious accusations cast a dark cloud over the band's legacy, significantly impacting their public image and causing a rift in their fanbase. In the wake of Glass's departure, Crystal Castles faced challenges preserving the unique and cohesive visual identity that had once been their hallmark. They introduced new vocalists, including Edith Francis, who brought her style to the forefront. Francis's approach represented a shift from the vibrant and eclectic glitter goth aesthetic previously associated with Glass, opting for a more muted fashion sense characterized by predominantly black attire and occasional color accents. This change was reflected not only in the band's fashion, but also in the dynamic and connection with their audience, as some fans struggled to reconcile this new direction with the distinct identity Crystal Castles had established. Crystal Castles' fashion chaos fizzled after Alice Glass left in 2014. Each new singer brought their own style, clashing with the band's established image. Some fans loved the change, seeing it as fresh and inclusive, but for many, Alice's iconic look, the neon blast against ripped denim, the raw energy, was irreplaceable. New singers couldn't fill the void. Sure, there were interesting fashion moments, but the inconsistency and bad vibes overshadowed them. Crystal Castles stayed a musical force, but their once groundbreaking fashion influence faded. They became a band known for music, not a must-see style. Alice Glass's venture into a solo career marked a musical shift from her time with Crystal Castles and a significant change in her fashion sense. While she carried forward the dynamic energy and spirited defiance that characterized her earlier years, her personal style evolved to reflect a more refined and sophisticated approach. This change in aesthetic aligned with her artistic evolution and struck a chord with fans who had grown and evolved alongside her. Her iconic neon hair continued to be a staple, serving as a homage to her glitter goth origins. Yet the choice of colors transformed. The intense pinks and blues gave way to softer hues like lavender and teal. This adjustment in her style paralleled the reflective quality of her solo work, highlighting a more complex and contemplative aspect of her creativity. Alice Glass's solo career saw her fashion choices take a bolder and more personal turn. Music videos like Stillbirth featured her rocking latex bodysuits, starkly contrasting the ripped denim jackets of her Crystal Castles days. These bodysuits, often black, weren't just about darkness. They exude strength and confidence. But Glass wasn't afraid to add a playful twist. Sheer panels or cutouts hinted at vulnerability beneath the powerful exterior. Oversized bomber jackets also became a signature piece. These jackets, often classic black or military green, balanced the revealing bodysuits. They were a visual representation of the duality explored in her music: vulnerability and strength, darkness and light. Unlike the DIY patch denim of Crystal Castles, these bombers were designer pieces, reflecting her evolving taste and newfound artistic independence. Accessories played a key role too. Statement necklaces, chunky platform boots, and bold earrings added personality on stage. "Fashion's always been a way for me to express myself," she told Vogue magazine in 2017. "Now I have more creative control and can really experiment with different looks." Crystal Castle's influence wasn't just a fad, it was a cultural reset button. They smashed genres in music and fashion, leaving a mark that inspires creators today. The glitter goth and witch house styles they popularized are proof of their lasting impact. They inspired fans to break free from trends, raid thrift stores, customize clothes, and create their own unique style. Their music videos, directed by Rob Hawkins, were filled with outsiders, mosh pits of fans in ripped clothes and neon, stages dominated by the fearless energy of Alice Glass. In a world of manufactured pop perfection, Crystal Castles offered something real. A space where embracing flaws and rocking your style were badges of honor. They sparked a glitter goth fashion movement that defied labels and spoke to a generation. The band's fierce and vulnerable lead, Alice Glass, embodied this perfectly. On stage, she might wear a ripped t-shirt with a tutu or neon pink hair with a black leather jacket. It was a DIY approach that fans loved. The term glitter goth wasn't even theirs. Music journalist Simon Reynolds coined it in 2009, describing it as a mix of goth, 80s synth pop, industrial music, and shoegaze, all with a sparkly twist. Crystal Castle's entire aesthetic embodied this: dark and light, rebellious and playful, all at once. Their music videos and live shows pushed the boundaries too. Director Rob Hawkins used dark, grainy visuals and strobe lights to showcase mosh pits filled with fans rocking the glitter goth look, ripped clothes, and neon accents galore. Even now, Crystal Castle's fashion legacy lives on. Musicians like FKA Twigs and Grimes credit them as influences, and glitter goth keeps popping up on runways and street style blogs. Crystal Castles might have been a band, but their fashion revolution is far from over. It's a constant reminder to express yourself and challenge fashion norms.